Hey, what's up, gang? We got another great show today. Got some great synth music from a lot of different artists. Got some different kind of genres in the world of synth, and got some great music from the groups like featuring Eric C. Powell and Andrea Powell. Got Casseth. I've got Electronic Mouv, John James Renfrow, DJ Dingobread, No Feed, and Alex Vecchietti. So we've got a lot of great visions and some great music coming up. So stay tuned to SR Synth Weekly. Hey, what's up, everybody? We've got another great week. This is SR Synth Weekly, and I am, of course, your beautiful Redneck. Got a lot of music in, got another quarantine, beautiful week of another month, and we're all ready to be done with it. I know I am. So, hey, this is a great way to help and get through the week with some great music. So I got some great music this week, and we're going to jump right in and just get started. First up today, we have our good friend, the Powells. Eric Powell and Andrea Powell. If you don't know them, they're a Synthwave group out of Synthwave electronic group out of Austin, Texas, and they have always sent me really good stuff, really good music, and just always been just really good sound. The song they sent me today is called "Shattered Glass," and this is more of a down-tempo way to start up, but it's a really good thing. It just kind of gave me a good feel, a good vibe of kind of like figuring things out. And what I mean by that is that we got this, you've seen those movies where, this is how I put it. So we see these movies where the main is, they've been searching for something or pushing somebody away and then always longing for something. And we get this whole feel. So we get this main realizing everything they've been looking for has been in front of them this whole time. And they figured out that the person that they've been pushing away is the one that is pretty much been giving them everything they've been looking for, and they've been pushing them away because, like that whole old boy girl kind of thing. And as this is going on, we see them fall alone, distraught. As we see, fall alone and distraught figuring this out, as we see them, the person pull up who they've been looking for, and it's the lover. And they pick them up, and they have this whole little moment in each other's eyes. You've seen that before. And they've then got this whole exposition of what they mean to each other, and how they've, how the main is given this, given to, I've always pushed them away, but realizing that they're the one they should have been, because they've been, they've been the one they've been looking for. So that's the cool vibe I came from this. The wording may be a little different from what they think, but it's just that whole vibe, just giving that feel. So great way to start today. So check it out, and let me know what you think in the comments. As always, follow them on their platforms and buy their music. They get a lot more play than I do, so no. Anyway, it's a good way to start. It's Eric C. Powell and Andrea Powell, the Powells, and the song is called "Shattered Glass."
I'm doing well, I've come so far. Thought that I could just forget, but a picture or a song, and it feels like yesterday. But a picture or a song, it's these are the shadows of my past.
Next up today in our beautiful music cavalcade, we have Casseth. And they, if you don't know them, they are a synthwave group out of Nuremberg, Germany. And they're a really good group. I know I say group, I know it's one person. Sue me. No. Anyway, Casseth is really great. Has some great music on it, a great synthwave sound. And the song they sent me today is called Neon. And they described this, they sent me a long story on it, but I'm going to kind of try to paraphrase it here without looking at it. It's basically, after Mouv has been colonized by Elon Musk and everything, we get a scientist who's gone to Tokyo and notices all the neon is missing. All the neon was sent to Mars to sustain their light sources, and there's nothing left here in the Tokyo or in the Earth. So he meets somebody who has a robotic arm who can go. The arm can move through dimensional space, and they figure out how to create neon lights and everything else. So that's kind of what they came up with. I kind of went on the same token, but just a little different. I kind of went with like the main event of the new Tokyo, which is completely dark. The world has been, this whole city was once a cavalcade of neon and lights and everything, but when they visit, it's suddenly dark. We see the main enter a cafe and see the patrons with no life in their eyes and only going through the motions of life. Basically, they're just zombified from being like enslaved kind of feel. The main asks the person what happened, who works there. They're told about the city being overrun by the Psy twins. I kind of came up with that, and how they've made the world dark as the light, sorry, dark from the light, as they cannot live through the light or without the electronics that are being manufactured. And the main then leaves and starts looking around the city, trying to understand why they were sent there. And then they realize that they have light inside of them. They know their power of bringing internal light. And then they start to realize that the reason why they're there is that their internal light can take on the twins and bring light back to the city. He then works on searching through the area as the song moves on. He starts searching for the area for scientists and everybody who's in hiding, who's been trying to bring light back and try to understand what the internal light that this person has, that the main has. And they're searching around, so they can help take back the city and take off the Psy twins. That's kind of what I came up with. I know it's kind of like a weird one, but I thought it was kind of cool. So check it out. It's a really good song. As always, let me know what your vision was in the comments and what you think of the song. Here it is, and make sure you check them on their platforms as always. It's Casseth, and the song is called Neon. Next up today we have our good friend Electric Mouv. I hope I always say that wrong. I always say it wrong. Sue me. I'm going to go with Electric Mouv. Anyway, if you don't know them, they're an electronic group out of Mexico, and really good group. I know it's a guy. Sue me. Anyway, really good, really good single group. And the song they sent me today is called "I Need You." This song just gives me a kind of like a reflection, kind of like vision kind of feel. I know that kind of sounds weird when you listen to the song, but let me give you my vision. Let me know what you think. I kind of like get this, as the song begins, we see the main reflecting on the past with a former lover that has been lost or died or whatever. And we see them having like this whole montage of the good times together while the lover is giving them advice and, saying certain things in this vision or memory of his. And all of a sudden, as this is going on, the main starts to get hit with the fact that this also starts to hit and help with the current situation that they're dealing with. We then see the main rush out to the second part of the song and realizing that the words stated by the lover were part of like a vision to help with the issue that they couldn't figure out, to help figure out what they're working on to finish the project and help save the world from whatever the impending doom is. Basically, they get this vision and they get these words from the ex-lover, kind of like memory visions, and then they're all at once. They start realizing that the solution to the problem is being worded out by the lover in this whole memory thing. And they rush off in the second song to finish the creation, finish the mathematics or whatever it is they're trying to work on. That's helping out with this impending doom or impending project. So that's kind of what I came up with. I know it's kind of slow, but it just kind of feels, even though it's kind of like a more of a romantic feel, gives me that feel of a little bit of everything. So let me know what you think in the comments. As always, check them out on their platforms. Really good stuff. All their music's really good. So let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, let me know your vision. Here it is. It's Electric Mouv. And the song is called "I Need You." Next up today we have John James Renfrow. I've played him a couple of times. Really good group. I know it's another person. Sue me. Anyway, John James Renfrow. This song they sent me today is called Horizon Crest. If you don't know them, they're an electronic group, synthwave group out of Bloomington, Indiana. And as I said, the song is called Horizon Crest. And the way they describe this song is it's their love letter to midnight drives. Most of the song revolves around the theme of driving as a form of release. They envision this as a glow of the street lamps and the windshield as the car passes, windows down just a crack just to let the warm summer air in, and flashbacks of people dancing in the middle of a good house party. I kind of went with that, but I kind of went with like a different turn on it. My vision I kind of went with is like, you know, it's been a few months, or about 6 months past since the team in Maine have all beaten the bad guy. Excuse me. They beaten the bad guy or beaten evil, and we see them running their lives again. We get to kind of like what each person is doing, and we get a glimpse of each of their lives' daily routine. And as the song is moving on, we see the main is giving like a small narrative on how things are better now, and how life has changed since beating up the thing, and how everybody's been a little different. And as this is happening, the team pulls up and they pile in the car for a fun time together, driving off into the sunset, smiling as they know the future looks bright. That's kind of what I went with. It's kind of gives the same narrative on it, but instead of street lamps, they're going on a sunset and they're all together after beating the bad guy. And this is a narrative of about 6 months later. So let me know what you think in the comments. As always, let me know what you think of the vision of what you would feel. And also, as always, make sure you follow them on their platforms. Because like I always say, they need your support as much as I do. Anyway, but that's what we're here for, to do great music and to support these artists. So check it out. It's a really good song today. It's John James Renfrow, and it's a song called Horizon Crest. Up next today, we have our good friend DJ Dingobread. And if you don't know them, they're a down-tempo kind of electronic group out of Boulder, Colorado. The song they sent me today is called Injun Joe 2000. And they visioned this as a Indian tribe hunting and fighting with cowboys. And somehow the Indians acquired alien tech, and that ultimately give them the edge over the cowboys, and gets that whole little cowboys aliens thing. And that's what their kind of vision comes out with. And I kind of went with that in a way. Kind of went with the same fact that it was like Indians and everything else. So what I did was I kind of came up with this. We see a group moving through the woods trying to find this hidden temple with guides that they've been hearing so much about. We then see them moving through finding pieces of the indigenous tribe or whatever that used to be there, and they start seeing like little histories of it. That they've had all this special powers and everything. And as they're going on through this, we see them pull up with this map that they were given to the temple. They see all the wonders, and tech, as the people stated, was magic. It's actually we find out that the temple is actually a spaceship, and they built the temple around it. And inside this spaceship, as they walk into the door, they're in all the future technology and all the lights surrounding this temple ship. And as they enter the ship comes alive, and we see all the lights and all the new technology and everything moving around. And they do this search for how this became and how the ship ended up as this temple, and how these people ended up all this advanced tech from the spaceship when they didn't have the knowledge at the time. That's kind of what I came up with. That's kind of like this temple that's not a temple, it's actually a futuristic ship, and this indigenous group gain power from it. So that's kind of what the vision I came up with. I know it's just more like the feeling of the scene of just moving along, doing this whole montage search as they find the temple kind of feel. So as always, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, follow them on their platforms. Really good stuff, all in the description as usual. And let them know what you think. Let them know I sent you there. So I sent you to them. So anyway, check it out. It's DJ Dingobread, and the song is called Injun Joe 2000. Next today we have a good friend, No Feed. And if you don't know them, they're a synth rock group out of Columbus. I hope it's Ohio, because I didn't put it in there, or I didn't copyright. But anyway, the song they sent me today is called Not Ordinary. And they kind of describe this, you know, this is a good song going on through all this trying times and everything. And this is not ordinary. So I paraphrase it. It's a long thing on there, so that is kind of really paraphrased it. Excuse me. I kind of went with more of a happier approach. I wouldn't say happier, but more of a team showing up scene. So I kind of went with like, we see a group being terrorized by a group of minions as the song starts, and we see the main with this entire team show up in the scene, in which we kind of get this a whole quick glimpse of each team member. You know, you get that whole little like, it happens a lot in animes too, though. You know, we get a quick glimpse of who each person is, and as this is going on, then they start to dispatch all the minions and save this group. They then move in through the area as this main is giving a narrative of what the storyline is as they dispatch minions through the area and clear the area until they come upon this, towards the middle of the song, this relic that is being sought for by the evil. And as this is going on, they encounter a relic, and it looks and wonders and watch as the light hits and everything, and then they suddenly see one of the light hits some of the people, and they start turning people into these minions or creatures. And we see the main take off with the relic and then rush back to the hideout. And as we're seeing him rushing back to the hideout, we see as the world is truly is, with all these minions being terrorizing the people and all the evil and this whole thing as they're rushing back. Kind of get that whole like citywide pan or worldwide pan as it moves on. That's kind of what I came up with. I kind of like that feel, kind of like that, you know, just with that whole vibe it gives them, you know, like here I am, here we are, you know, we're showing you what's going on through this world. So, and it's not an ordinary world. So, kind of works for me. So, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, follow them on their platforms. Tell them I sent you there. And check it out. It's No Feed, and the song is called Not Ordinary. Last up today is from our good friends over at Retro Reverb Records. This is if you don't know who Retro Reverb Records is, you need to go find them out, check them out really good. They're a great record label with some great synth artists. I've played a lot of their artists all the time, so definitely check them out. And the song I've got today is from Alex. I'm going to screw up this name royally. And it's Alex Vecchietti. Look at the description. I have no idea. I can't pronounce it. I'll never be able to pronounce it. So there it is. Look it up in the description. Anyway, they're a synthwave group, and like I said, this was sent me by Retro Reverb Records, and I've always liked this stuff. It's really great, just great synth music. And the song that I've got today is called Neon Towns, and according to the website, it says featuring Kumiko 25. So I'm going to add that in there to be safe, regardless. And this is their synth rock mix of it. Didn't really get a description on it, so I kind of went with this vision on it. I kind of went with the main has just finished up the second part of the final battle against the evil, and has beaten the evil. And as this is going on, we see them returning to the town or wherever they're meeting up. We see them as the friends and others celebrate the victory as this world is now better and the darkness has been lifted. We then start seeing a few weeks later, the town is moving on with their lives. They're moving around with new lives and new purpose as we pan around, you know, and everybody's having a great old time. And we see pan out kind of like off into the distance into like a hill, as it always seems to be. There's always some hill in the distance. We see the team on the hilltop is standing ready to protect the town from any future evil. And then right before the ending starts, we see them rushing down the hill, you know, like in this final montage, rushing out as a team to go in their vehicles to have the next adventure. And then it goes to fade off into the credits. That's kind of what I came up with. It's a really good song, really good tempo on it. It's a great way to end music this week. So check it out. It's Alex. I'm going to go with Vecchietti. I'm sorry. Anyway, the song is called Neon Towns, and it's featuring Kumiko 25. So check it out. That's it for this week. Again, hope you enjoyed the music. As always, it's mainly about the music, not about the redneck. If you're new to this channel and you enjoyed the music, please like and subscribe. Every like helps, every subscription helps, and make sure you hit that bell notification so we can have future episodes. If you're an artist and you want to be a part of this, doesn't matter if it has sense in it, great. I don't really care about the genre. If I think it's good enough, and it doesn't sound like yodeling from somewhere in the hilltops or you're writing music from a tin can, then I'll most likely play it. If you want to check out the submission form below, I'm always ready to play new artists and some new groups. So if you're an artist and you want to play, just fill out that form and submit it. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great week. I know we're still stuck in this quarantine. I know 10 years from now people are going to be going, what? What are you talking about? But, everybody in the now knows we're having some difficulty, and I hope all the music and hope all the artists can help you through this tough time. As always, make sure you check out their platforms. Check out my platforms, check out all the music, because that's what we're here for, is mainly for the music. So, hope everybody has a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see everybody next week. Love you. Bye.